What is up, everyone? I'm Skratch. Welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. In today's video, guys, I am on the test server. We're gonna have a look at one of the new champions, and today I really wanna try Uzol of the Jade. The new dwarf champion is all about extra turns, instant turns. He has a very solid kit, pretty good base stats. Spirit Affinity, not his best friend in the current meta, to be honest with you guys. But leaving all that on the side, I really think that he has a very nice kit. Starting with the A1, attacks an enemy, has a chance of granting an extra turn. If this attack kills an enemy, grants an extra turn. With the A2, Stone-Hearted, attacks all enemies. Before attacking, reduces the value of any shield buff on all enemies by 100%. And places a defense down debuff on them for 2 turns. These effects cannot be resisted if the skill was used on an extra turn. Has a 20% chance of granting an extra turn, and the chance increases by 10 for each critical hit, which is actually pretty good. So, as you guys can already probably notice, is all about him getting extra turns. With the A3, Royal Fury, attacks an enemy, will ignore shield, block damage, and unkillable buffs. Also ignores Stone Skin buffs and 100% of the target's defense if this skill was used on an extra or an instant turn. Now, extra turns, he can only gain that by himself or by using a relentless set. With the instant turn, is something that will be placed by different champions like Shuzan, Freya's passive. We have a High Prism, the High Elf champion that can do it, I think, with the A2. And to be honest, I can't really remember if we have any other champions that do it. We might have another one. Unfortunately, I cannot actually filter it to find this effect. With the passive, this feels bugged to me because when I've tested him so far, nobody was actually gaining extra turns. Increases the chance for all allies to gain an extra turn by 5%. If there are multiple champions, of course, only one passive will activate, but he deals 25% more damage on extra turns, not instant extra turns. And he has an attack aura for all battles. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple kit. He is very conditional to extra turns or instant turns to really make him work. I'm quickly going to make sure I'm bringing back the gear that I stole from the champion, and then we should be ready to rumble. I know I moved some gear around, so let's see. Attack chestplate should be this one, and weapon speed, crit damage, and attack. Let's filter it down a little bit. Was it this one? Yes, was this one. So, these are the stats that we currently have on the champion. He doesn't have a blessing at the moment. Fairly decent stats. Not the highest attack, but good crit damage considering that we don't have a blessing on him. Savage, Stone Skin. We have 34k HP, 7000 attack, 2.4k defense, 262 speed, full crit, 303 crit damage. No relic on the champion, no blessing, and masteries, we have offense and defense. Now, I could potentially go with Shield Breaker, but considering that we are dropping all of the value of the shield with the A2, it might not necessarily be the wisest choice. We went with Retribution on the second tree for the masteries. I might have a blessing available for him on right here, a 6-star. I will place it, but I won't activate it just yet, so I don't have to come back to this screen. So still no blessing active, no extra stats from there. Let's quickly check a bit the damage, right? So if we're gonna go on to the Dragon Slayer, stage 10 hard mode, let's drop all of these. Let's find Uzol, let's find Lydia, and I can go in with Shuzan, and I can go in with Arbiter. The reason why I'm not bring in only Shuzan is because I don't want to jump straight on that instant turn. I want to show it to you without the instant turn first. So we're going to go A1 right there, increase attack. So we have that up and running, defense down and weaken. Now this is not an extra turn, okay? So the passive will not actually proc. We're going to go with the AoE attack. This will land a defense down, but we need accuracy because we haven't took an extra turn. So if we're going to go AoE, 139, 120k. So the damage doesn't seem like it's the craziest damage. or anything like that, right? I'm still not going to use that instant turn. We're going to let it play a bit more like this, and then we're going to play around a bit with it. A1 once again. And if I'm going to go A1, or I could go with this one, but right here we don't really have a higher chance to gain an extra turn, so I'm going to go A1 in the hope that I'm going to kill somebody. 136k, so we gain an extra turn. If this attack kills an enemy, grants an extra turn. So that's instant. Now, right now, I don't have that increased attack anymore. So this is one of the main things that you're going to have to keep in mind with him. I wish he would have had something in the passive where he would place an increased attack on himself if he gets an extra turn. So you wouldn't have to worry about it so much. But right now, we can actually use this and ignore 100% of the target's defense and Stone Skin on top of all of the other buffs. So we're going to go versus this Chagur. No increased attack though, so keep that in mind. 380k, no increased attack. Pretty damn good damage from there. If we are going to do this again, we're actually going to do that. We can do that. We can do that. I'm going to go with the A1 versus this Venus. 147k. We gain an extra turn. I don't actually need Shu Zhen in here. I can even go with the AoE because now we gain that extra turn. So we should have 25% more damage from the passive, and our defense down is not going to be resistible. And the damage, better. 208k, 180k, extra turn once again. So now, again, we lost that increased attack, but we can go versus the same enemy. 383k. I could have went in with A1 and probably still kill somebody. So once you are able to gain those extra turns, his damage is really, really good. And especially the A3, I feel like that's pretty important, to be honest with you guys. Mainly because you're going to basically want to hit super hard the target that has the Stone Skin or whatever else they might have. I'm going to go A1. No extra turn. I'm going to give him an instant turn right now, so we can go with the A3 versus that Chagur. 589k, guys. Insta smash no matter what opponent you are going to have. So that's really, really solid. Now, let's actually do that. No extra turn. The passive did not proc. As you guys can probably notice, it doesn't proc on anyone. AoE once again. Extra turn, A3. 564k because we still had that increased attack. So he is going to be very, very nice if you're hoping to gain extra turns. Now, there are relics, there are gemstones that can help him to basically increase that chance of gaining that extra turn, which can be really, really good. Now, this is an instant turn. The passive should not proc to deal that 25% more damage, but maybe it does. So let's actually check. Jade King. So it seems like something procced. It might count as an extra turn, even though we gave him that instant turn. So that could potentially be an option. A1 kill again, extra turn. Rotate to the A3, bank, finish your enemy, call it a day. So his damage looks pretty good. And I had absolutely no blessing on the champion. Now, I'm not even sure if I should get that blessing on him. I did have him in the lead actually, but as you guys can probably notice, the attack only works for arena. So if I'm going to quickly give him a blessing actually, so let's see, blessings, what should we get on him? Should we get a soul rip? Soul rip could be nice if we're not ending the target with the AoE attacks, just in case. He might do a bit of a cleanup. If not, Haven Cast could be nice as well, or Lightning Cage, depending on what we're doing. You kind of like want to keep that increased attack, but let's go with the Soul Rip. This will give us additional stats. So now his whole thing's total stats look much better, right? Much crazier, 7.8k attack. If I'm looking at the relics, to be honest, it's not as important which relic you're getting, as is important on the gemstone, basically. So the gemstones become more important, but not the circular ones. I can't actually remember which ones they actually have a chance to give you that extra turn. That's one healing, so that's not what we're looking for. I think they are triangles. if I'm not mistaken. So let's just quickly have a look for a triangle gemstone relic. Let's just go with the Stormcaller. So the wearer deals 20% more damage against enemies under crowd control debuffs when attacking targets, blah blah blah. The wearer deals 50% more damage when counter-attacking, 3 damage. Which one is it? Multi-hits. This can be decent as well. I know we had ones with extra turns, but seems like either I might not have it available on my account right now, or I'm not exactly sure what shape it is. Maybe I got it wrong and I cannot remember it correctly. That can be nice too. So it's not a circular. Okay, there we go. Seems like I did not have it available on the account or is equipped on somebody. The wearer has an 8% chance to gain an extra turn after killing an enemy. So this can help you with the A3. This can help you with the A2 on top of all of the other effects. But is a mythical gemstone. It's not easy to get them, to be honest. Like, so far, I barely got any on my account. And I'm doing pretty much everything in the game. So I think that might be it in terms of gemstones for him. But mythical, let's forget about it. Let's forget we even talked about it. So, Arena. Let's see what we can do in Arena with him. As I've mentioned, this affinity is not the best for Arena, right? So we're going to go to recently used first. So we're going to go with Shuzan. We're going to bring him in. I don't necessarily need to bring in a Necret, but a lockout champion will definitely help me. So we're going to do that. And should we bring a different reviver? Let's bring in a different reviver. So now we're going to be able to instantly wreck somebody, okay? They have Stone Skin. Most likely, this is going to go versus UDK. Unless I'm using the AoE attack, which might kill that Narcissus. But I'm going to go versus UDK. 536k, guys. 536k. Honestly, it doesn't really matter what we're doing. Okay, Polymorph. Let's see if... I'm not gonna reset the cooldown of the skills. Let's see if I can use the AoE and gain an extra turn. Extra turn. Bang. Soul Rip killed that Ancora. No increased attack, but we have increased crit damage. Bang. 307k on that Duchess. Dead. So his damage is really, really good, guys. I know I got the blessing now on as well. I just kind of like wanted to actually show you that his damage is solid. Now I have 2 mythical champions, both with very high resistance. That's why my team power is so high. So if I'm taking them down, my team power won't be as crazy. So they're taking the first turn, not a problem whatsoever because I'm gonna do that. 460k. Unfortunately, it seems like that Ancora still cut on my Crixia. Increase the cooldowns of the skills. Let's boost a bit the turn meter. You do that, that's fine. Let's boost the turn meter a bit more. Okay, he died, not a problem. There isn't much that we can do about that, unfortunately. I'm supposed to reset the cooldowns of the skills, but that was my mistake right there. Okay, so that Narcissus becomes a big problem because he might actually end our miserable life. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to reset. No increased attack, keep that in mind. I will go with the AoE attack just to see how that performs without the increased attack. We're not going to land the defense down because we don't have an extra turn. You see, resisted. We still managed to kill 2 of the targets. Weak hit on Ancora. Maybe that Arbiter had something else in there. And now, to ensure that I'm going to be 100% able to win this fight, I'm going to go A1, gain that extra turn guaranteed because I'm killing the target. And now, I'm hoping that we're not going to weak hit. No weak hit, bang, we wipe them off. Really, really solid, guys. Like, I really like the champion a lot. I like that he has very good damage. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole situation with him. He is very dependable on that extra instant turn thingy though. So I get it if some of you guys might not be his biggest fan, to be honest. So right here, I'm going to try to take that Freya down. Bang. As you guys probably already noticed, nobody is gaining an extra turn. So that passive, it really seems like is not working. Of course, he's an attack-based champion. That will actually happen. He's going to get absolutely obliterated. Okay, let's go back on 2x speed. Come on, seriously, Arbais, how much accuracy you have? Marius dead. So now I can actually just metamorph, put that immunity on, and forget about Arbais and her miserable existence. Okay, that went down. We can actually revive. Even with increased accuracy, she did not strip my buffs. And before she actually messed us up. So, AoE, bang, extra turn, we don't need it. The Soul Rip finished the job. So, really, really good. Now, let's actually play him a bit without having that Shuzan in the team. And let's see how well he's going to perform like that. Now, keep in mind, without the extra turn, he is not going to ignore the Stone Skin. So that is mandatory if you're planning to instantly wipe somebody off, okay? If not, you're not going to ignore the Stone Skin. In a way, I wish that was not conditional to it. I wish he was still ignoring the Stone Skin without gaining the extra turn or instant turn, but it is what it is. So it's no point to go with the A3 right now because we're not going to do nothing. Instead, I'm going to go with the A2 in the hope of gaining an extra turn because of the critical hits. So no extra turn, but we kill Narcissus, which is beautiful. We land the defense down on Ankora. We're still going to have to do some more work to ensure that we're going to be able to basically ignore that Stone Skin with him. So that's the main con with the champion. I'm going to have to go A2 again. You see? Extra turn. So now we can talk about wiping the UDK because we ignore the Stone Skin. Beautiful. We gain that extra turn. So that can be a lot of RNG. It can become pretty frustrating, I would say. But you see, nobody is gaining extra turn. My Galatir is in Relentless. That's why he gained the extra turn. A1 26k. No increased attack right there. So we are getting close to Duchess and her revive skill. So let's lock her once again to make sure she's not going to. We don't need to ignore the Stone Skin right now. I'm just going to go and try to wipe her out. 69k. Seems like was not enough damage without that increased attack or the extra turn mechanic to enable the passive and the 25% damage. But that's fine. We're going to put that increased attack now and get the job done. Bang, extra turn because we killed somebody. So as you guys can probably notice, it is a bit more tricky / challenging to make him work like really, really well without a Shuzan in the team. Okay, so let's boost that once again. I'm gonna try to go and get that Narcissus down in here. Actually, no, I'm gonna have to go with the AoE and hope for an extra turn, actually. So AoE, please give me extra turn. Extra turn, wipe Narcissus. Beautiful. So that Ankora is that mid right now. She can't really do much. We don't have an increased attack right now, but to be honest, I'm hoping we're not gonna weak hit. Okay. 61. I was going to say it doesn't really matter because we should have enough damage. But then I realized, wait. Strong affinity. We might get clapped. So that is Uzol of the Jade for you, ladies and gentlemen. I personally think he's really, really good as a champion. Very good damage, as you guys can probably notice. Conditional to the instant turn. But if you have Shuzan and by any chance you get lucky enough to summon this bad boy, I think you can pull off some pretty funky things with him. Unfortunately, the biggest con with him on top of that condition with the instant turn and extra turn is the current meta. Magic champions are dominating the meta and weak hits will be very predominant. Either way, as usual, appreciate all of you guys watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you think about this champion? Would you like to summon him? And one thing that I forgot to tell you on the weekly kickoff, as I'm expecting the update to be released tomorrow, most likely make sure you are not wasting your Faction Wars keys as soon as the reset happens. Wait for the update. because if not, you're not going to be able to start climbing on the hard mode faction wars. Much love, peace, and I'll catch you all in the next one.